You're listening to the Alright Bud podcast with me, Pete Salmon, and Stu Stanley.
Yeah,
but how did we get here?
how did we get here?
That's what
Now that we're here all week, the nerves. You'd swear we're doing something like groundbreaking and earth moving. Well, we are earth moving until we leave the walk. But so I think for an intro, the idea of this was, I suppose, for our first episode is just to tell people and explain how we got here, and what led to actually having a podcast. And I think it's important to give the background and the context into our lives.
Yeah.
In the sense that we're about 40 and we've spent probably 30 years battling with weight, and we've had the ups and downs of all that comes with it. The fucking depression and the anxiety, the tics. The tics as well, So I think we'll start from how the podcast was created, in the sense of whose idea and all that. So
it's my
to give the context, about 3 weeks ago on a Sunday, I rang you, and it was a video call. And when you answered the phone...
Well, I mentioned the McDonald's.
When you answered the phone, right, you were like a bear. You were like a big bear. And the hair and all was like a big... If a bear was crossbred with an Amish person, and that's what it was like. And you were there, and you were sitting in your jocks, and you looked like you were after drinking about 40 pints of Guinness, the big hungover head you. And I just come in from a walk from the dogs, so I was fresh as a daisy, right?
Yeah.
And
being honest, still.
What? I was.
It's about telling the truth.
When you can jump into it, right? So then I said to you, Pete, what's the story? I'm alright, bud. I'm just waiting on me McDonald's.
Right.
This is 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning. Yeah. So then we got talking about, obviously, because, again, just to give the context, is all through the last 30 years, you could say 20, 30 years, you've always been in a zone, or I've been in a zone.
Yeah, we've never done it together.
Never done it together. No. Like, you had savage success a few years ago.
And you did too.
And I had a bit, and we were never together.
Never in sync.
And when
although we finished each other's sentence constantly.
When one of us was doing well,
we actually finished each other's filth. If no one wants the end of so, go on, tell me.
That's true as well. But when we were finished, you trimmed me off there, you big dope. When we were, whoever is in the zone kind of always has to pull the other one. And that's where we were. So on that Sunday when I rang you, you were stuffing your face at McDonald's 10 o'clock on Sunday morning. I just come in from walk the dogs. I mean,
just for everyone that's listening, Stuart actually doesn't have dogs. He doesn't walk.
Oh my God, we do now. This is the new version.
Fair play.
And we discussed. We were having talks about, like, I was due to go to my cousin's wedding, and congratulations again, Ian and Leon. It's Savage, Savage weekend. But
congratulations.
We were talking about the suit, how get something to fit us. Get something to fit, like have a wedding. The anxiety of getting something to fit. I found a short, but the short only really fits if I'm standing up. If I sit down, I could pop the buttons. And we were talking about, what it's like being fat.
Do you remember what he said?
No one really understands.
Well, anyone that understands it, the psychological part, the emotion is fat. But remember, he said to you, the one thing you want to do when you get into a suit is get over it. I know you were saying to you, the first thing you're going to do is going to be sitting down in the church sweating. Pumping sweat out of the head, right? Fucking tea towel around your head, And I was saying to you, the one thing you're going to want to do is get straight into the boxer shorts and lie on the bed.
Yeah.
Straight away, like after the dinner. Because you're going to expand after the dinner.
Oh my God.
Because you're not only going to eat your dinner.
No. So you had the 3 people next to me.
Oh, no.
They were all eating steak, none like this, so we milked it. But anyway, actually funny story on the sweating part. I drove down, the wedding was in a lovely spot down in Kildare. And we drove down, but I literally wore shorts and a t-shirt because I knew driving down,
you'd be sweating
piss now me already.
Yeah.
So I kind of left it to the very last minute to get dressed. And we went in, the lads got dressed, and my mum and my brother's missus was there, and Carol was there. And we got dressed, and I was still kind of good. The sweat hadn't started, because you know yourself, once the sweat starts, there's no turning off. Then walking out the door, Carol goes, I need a hand with my shoes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And you struggle putting socks on. You'll be sweating buckets, but
come here, you want to see me? And I was in a blazer, a short, the whole shebang. And at that stage, I was like, alright. So I kind of sat down nice and calmly, put the shoe up, trying to do it, and 30 seconds in, the jacket was off, the fucking sweat was bucketing out. The short, I said to Carol, what's the sweat patch like? She goes, it's visible. So that was it. And I was kind of nearly annoyed that I was like, can't believe you're making me do this.
Like, you're not now.
Now I'm sweating.
Not now, Carol.
Now I'm fucking sweating. And I was thinking to myself, and this is again coming back to that, the thought process of living the life of someone who's very big and has these problems that maybe people don't understand. Is I'm walking down to where they're getting married and thinking, I hope they have a toilet with an air dryer so I can strip off the jacks and dry me fucking short. But we got through it anyway, and it was grand, and it was amazing. But then, by the end of it, the short was out.
Oh no.
You know, when I got home, was like you said, it was in the shorts, and it was. But and we sidetracked there. This is going to happen a lot for those listening. We're going to start off somewhere.
Yeah, and we're not bringing, we are bringing some sort of to it, but it is. Like, you were telling me these things, and I do the exact same thing. I had to do it when I was in Jersey. I was wearing the, them blading. It's not a toy. It's not a belt. What do you call it? The
cummerbund thing.
No, the suspenders.
Oh yeah.
So
braces.
The braces.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I was sitting in the bills already having a few points before the church. And I'm like, I'm sweating, and the short was nearly stuck to the chair, right? And I had to go downstairs, right? I had to take everything off, right? I'm sitting in the jacks like I'm at spilling a drink on myself. I have to have bleeding short, right? I have the short under, like it's about that says. Have it under there. And like that, when like a babe, you're rocking a babe trying to dry it. And there's people coming in and out, like the bride, they get the wedding guests looking at
you stripped off.
Oh, stripped off,
we've been for the disabled jacks.
I didn't even think that.
Try and lock up. Like, that's in my head was, wonder how they got disabled. Because, like, I wouldn't mind the place where we're going. It was an 800 or 900 year old castle. I'm not going to have a blade in disabled jacks without fucking fan in it. But that's where my head was. But anyway, getting back to kind of why we ended up here is because when we were chatting on that Sunday, we had these problems, and you blurted out, Jays, when we were out in Stitches, and you blurted out, wouldn't this be good as a podcast? And it was like, Jesus, and here we are now. 2 or 3 weeks later, and for the last 2 or 3 weeks we've been kind of thinking about things like putting a bit of structure to it, and and we've had the conversations around what we want from it, which was very important. And I think we were about in agreement. The reason for the podcast is it's tracking our journey, because we both decided we're in our 40s, enough is enough. I was heavy probably from me mid to late teens. Went through me 20s, 30s, now I'm into me 40s, the kids are there, and you're thinking about all these things. You want to be around for the kids, and I bet just a better quality of life.
We are around for them, but we just want to be around for them.
So so the reason for the podcast is for us to track our journey, because I think we're both to a spot now in a good place. Like, we're getting there. It's a big mental battle. I'm probably be a couple of weeks ahead of you.
100%.
But I think this is going to force you into jumping on that band, because you have been looking, and you've been complaining about it for the last while, about getting yourself to the point where it's like, right, no more excuses, because we can both use our backs, our knees, and every other fucking thing that goes with it. There's always an excuse. So the idea of the podcast again is to say, this is our journey. You come with us. It'll take as long as it takes. If there's no one listening to it, grant, it's not about that. If we get people listening to it, brilliant. But as we were kind of talking over the last few weeks, it was more about, Jesus, this could potentially help a lot of people, because we're both now big lads, and it's not even about whether you're fat or skinny. It's about kind of the mental problems.
That's exactly
100%. Because like for the both of us, I would kind of have a lot of anxiety. You probably have the anxiety with a bit of depression, and you tell your own story. So
we'd be the same. Like, I think there'll be a lot more awareness, and it's sad around people with anorexia and sort of what's that thing where you get sick after you have grub. Like, no one really talks about the addiction to food that people have. It's a very psychological thing. You never hear, because I suppose, like, we want to spread awareness to probably people that are already skinny, because people that are already us, they know the struggle.
Yeah, that's a good point,
You know?
But then it's people like us that probably have dabbled into things, and we'll go through this in other kind of podcasts hopefully down the road. There's probably not a diet on this planet that we haven't tried to some degree.
Yeah.
Every fitness, you said it today and you were right, like we could actually be like health gurus for the amount of knowledge that we have. But the thing, can we get that knowledge and transfer that to ourselves?
No.
Not our hope. Not our hope. So hopefully this podcast is something that will kind of make us more accountable. You know, and that's the big thing. But as we were talking through the week, the mental problems.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm talking about mental problems like that. So there's people out there that haven't started or thinking of starting or have anxiety about going to the gym or...
Yeah.
And
People do,
you know what I was like for years. I was like, go swimming. No fucking way am I going swimming.
Yeah.
Unless I can wear the t-shirt in the swimming pool. I was so conscious about it.
I'd want to wear the tracksuit bottoms, the runners, everything. Do you know?
Oh my god, yeah. But
no, it is a like join the gym. Like, and I think everyone's looking, and I'm not, because they're all there for their own reasons, and they might think you're looking at them, but you're not.
No.
You're there, but you do think at that stage, he's looking at me. No, he's not looking at you.
Yeah.
Like, no matter how big it is, everyone's in the gym for the same reason. It makes them feel better about themselves one way or another. Or
they're addressing some issue that they want to improve on in their bodies.
Yeah.
But actually now I think, and maybe this is just a phenomenon in the last few years, is that people, big or small, they're going to the gym now because it's huge benefits of mental health. Which I probably never used the gym before in that way, but now I'm starting to see it. So as you know, I'm just after, I just finished an 8-week transformation with one-to-one fitness and having fucking big shout out to them lads. And we weighed in this morning, so I joined it a bit late, and we weighed in this morning, and one of the lads, Ian, I'll give a call out, he was 51 pound he lost. 51 pound in 12 weeks. Yeah. And his mate Barry, I think he was down 35 pound, but he was lost 43 pound the one before that.
That's huge. That's great.
That is serious motivation to, and these lads are good, solid lads. Like, they hold a bit of weight, but it's great fucking motivation. Great motivation, you know.
It is, yeah, and that's what. Well, you need more discipline than motivation, because when the motivation's not there, you need to tell yourself, get up and go. And when that little voice comes in, just get up and go. Don't say 5 more minutes, because then it's another 2 hours. Then you end up don't go. So it's the discipline. It's the little things. You start off rejecting the little things you're used to and get out of the comfort zone. And that's where we think it starts. The little small things.
Yeah,
it's gains that discipline.
We grew up, I suppose, and again, come back to a bit of our background for people who don't know. Me and you grew up, probably started off in Donaghmede. Our families have been, and know each other for 2 generations, you know, so, and we've always been big. Yeah. And this is what I tell you earlier. Oh my god, I always was big, and you were always big, but I was alright with it, as long as you were bigger than me.
I never knew that.
You were me measure. And then when we get to the point where you were down the gaff one day, I was trying on clothes belonged to you, and they didn't fit me. That was probably more depressing about being 20 odd stone. The fact that your clothes wouldn't fit me.
Just because I was bigger, that made you comfortable, happy, like.
Yeah, that was like me safety net. That was me safety net.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah.
That's fairly sad.
So we overtook you then. We overtook you 100%.
Remember I have a picture of you on my phone. Still have it. And like I look at it and go, jeez, man, myself. Because you'll be motivated, and then I'll be still like a bleeding potato, and then I'll be motivated and I'll lose loads of weight. And then you'll be like, so we saw it, like we were never at the same time.
We were.
Maybe this will do it though.
But that's the aim of this. That's the aim of this. Like, as I said, I'm a couple of weeks ahead of you, but I think, always. I'm only saying that because what I'm saying is, I'm in a different mental frame than you are. Yeah. Like, if we had to go do a bit of training tomorrow, I'd be gunning for it. Are you going to go gym tomorrow?
No, there's something just hold me back at the minute is the bleeding, the degree I'm doing. And when that's done, I get my life back.
Yeah, but
it's from work to the laptop. It's like convenient food. Like I'm at that point, not that I wasn't always huge, but I'm at that point on the way since doing this degree. I can't wait for it to be over. I'm so annoyed I ever started it. Like I wanted a degree in engineering. I always did want to do it. I'm so annoyed that I started it now. It's coming to the end, but it's doing me fucking head.
But do you not think as well, everybody has them things, like, and again, that's, you've already built a thing in your head, I can't do this because I'm doing my degree, but that's not to say you couldn't do a bit at home with the field, and, but I know what you're saying, you're a prisoner in your head then, because, and that's what I'm saying about, that's the only reason I'm pointing out that I'm ahead of you, because for me, it's the mental thing to go from, like, and I tell you, I was forced into this nearly, and Carol, when she's listening, my wife, who was just being a godsend, is, I came home from a weekend away as fishing, right, and during the fishing, a good friend of mine who I fished with, Anto, took a picture of me, and I looked at it on the way home, and I couldn't fucking believe what I was looking at. It was literally a shock to my system. Like, I walked in the door, and Carol was like, she knew what had me, what's wrong with you? I was in the horrors, and I said to her, oh my god, and in my head, everybody else can see this all the time.
Well, I remember the picture, and you look like John Candy in The Great Outdoors. That's what I thought straight away. Straight away, I said that. That's it.
You fucking prick.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, but this is the thing. So the mental thing was switched on like that for me, which is mad, because I've never had that before, where it's like, it was an emergency, I need to fix this today. This was a Monday. She said to me, ring, because she's been doing classes in one-to-one fitness as well. Ring them, they have these transformation classes.
Deadly.
I rang them, they said no, not till July. I was like, I can't wait till July. I'd be in fucking one of them pediatric hospitals or you know, on mobility scooter. That's where I was heading for. And I said to myself, do you know what, fuck that. I was miserable. I was like, right, I have to do something. She goes, but go back and ask them, can you join me? Because there was one already 4 weeks in. And sure enough, they said, yeah, come down. And that was 8 weeks ago. And I weighed in this morning. I'm down a stone.
Deadly,
but it was like the mental thing is just, I don't even care about what the scale says. It's because now I wake up in the morning and it's like, alright, I'm training today. I've just built it into me, like, and you know yourself, the kids and the job and whatever. It's busy days. It's busy days.
Well, then I had no excuse.
You have no excuse. No, you have no excuse. But
it's easy to find an excuse 100%. When you don't want to do something, 100%. And it's so beneficial. Like now, if I start, that's it. The fire gets lit and I'm gone, because we have an addictive personality.
And you, that has motivated me over the years to get started, because you be a month or two in and you're ringing me, I'm in the gym and you're sending pictures and you're fucking looking savage. I'm like, oh jeez, I have to get onto this. And it is great motivation, and I think I've been I'd kind of link myself to that, or I'd grab that, because in my head, you know what I'm going through, and not to take it away from people that don't suffer or fucking any issues with their weight or whatever. But it's for me in my head, it's different for a lad who wants to lose a stone, but it's probably not, because they're going through their own battles. But we're sitting here and the hills probably collectively have to lose 20 stone. Easily 20 stone. So to me, now that you're getting into the mode of starting, that fires me on even a little bit more. But this could unravel tomorrow, because if I wake up in the horrors and go back to the bleeding, the shite eating, I'd say to myself, you know, I'm not going to bother go train or do the gym or do something. And that's how fragile this is. And
that's the fear. That's always there, isn't it? Maybe one day, how would you get rid of that? Because ultimately that knocks you off the track. You know, that thought that gets into your head, like, take a day off, you're alright, then it'll be a week. That imposter syndrome, you know. Big then you feel like it gets to a month you haven't gone to the gym, and then that imposter's telling you, how do you think you are? Like, you won't be able to do the gym now, look at you.
Or what's even worse for me is, I did the keto for a while, and that's probably the most success I've had in the diet. I got to the point where I'd lost about 5.5 stone, but I was still in my 20s. I was still like 20 stone. But because people were saying to me, you look great, I was like, that's me done. I'm fucking grand now. I don't need to lose any more. Do you know what I'm saying?
You nearly don't want people to comment, because you know what comments is every time you look in the mirror. And you don't need, when you're at that level, like, you don't need anyone to tell you that you look great, because you know, the clothes, see me, I hate the scales, I never really stood in it. See, when the clothes start fitting me and all, do you know what I mean? Like, when I'm in work and my arse isn't hanging out with me Snickers, I know.
Oh my God. We had Carol take pictures of me this morning, I sent one to you, and she's taken before and after, because I want to kind of see the journey. Now, I was looking at them and saying, no fucking difference after 8 weeks and losing a stone, which I wouldn't expect to be, because at the moment, actually, what is your weight? Do you know your weight now?
160 kilos.
No, fuck off. What's that in stone?
25 something.
We can't call it 25 and a half stone.
Yeah.
It's actually probably more. That's probably 26 stone.
So, thanks.
No, it is.
Bump me up.
No, I'd say but that's about...
Anyway, round it up the top.
Round it Yeah. Do you think we could get a discount on 2 fucking mobility scooters?
Imagine we never had to get a taxi home to Bowser.
We wouldn't fit in a fucking taxi. But so I started this 8 weeks ago. It was 25.8. No, 25.8.
Right.
But I had been at Christmas, I was 26.2. 26 stone 2 it was. So,
sorry,
like,
I nearly spat out my coat there. Are you serious?
We guarantee you stand on the scales now, it's going to tell you pushing 26 plus.
It was 25.8 or something, I'm right. Yeah.
Anyways, so, and that's a good starting point. And you asked me a few months ago, say your weight out loud. Carol didn't even know me weight. Yeah. But that's a kind of a thing that you have to get over. Yeah. Because it's only in my head, that's a number. And people hear this now on the podcast, hopefully, if there's anyone listening. The good sweet Jesus, how can you get to 25 or 26?
But then that's what we're doing though. They need to stop now. Yeah. Before they get there, do you know what I mean?
I remember the first time me and you have done Weight Watchers together. I remember weighing into Weight Watchers.
He was a mad thing, remember him?
And I remember the first time
he was going to do it.
We hit 23 stone on the scales. I'm like,
you'd love to be there now, wouldn't you?
I'd love to be there now.
It's mad, isn't it?
I never thought ever I'd get to 25, 26 stone.
Yeah.
And then when you hear of lads getting to pushing past that, you know why? Because if you take, and that's what I'm saying to you, I could be 30 stone. If I left me on the voice between now and Christmas, I'd be 30 fucking stone.
Yeah. Easily.
100%.
And then you'd be saying to yourself, I wish I was 25.
I wish I was 25 stone. I don't think I've been in the teens for about, I don't know, fucking since I was a teenager.
I'd say when I was 10, I was in the teens.
Yeah, I'd say when I was 16 or 17, I'd say I weighed about 18 stone.
Yeah.
18 stone.
Or remember I was making
I'd love to be 18 stone.
Not me and you made the combo together. But me ma, God rest her, she struggled to get me a suit. I know you mean, if you see the picture of me, I got the poxiest looking green suit, right? And I'll never forget the toy. She got me this toy and it was white with like polka dots. But I remember her, like, she was nearly crying for me because like, I'm her kid. She's gonna love me no matter what, right? It was like fucking Godzilla going into Blade Marnets, right? And she's trying to dress a potato. Now, she done it, but like, I look at the picture sometimes and like, I keep it because like, she struggled so much to dress me. Yeah. And it does remind me, like, even, like, that's the struggle since then. All the time, I'm 42 now, so, like, I've always just gotten bigger and bigger, and then came back slightly, and then, you know, balloon back up. Yeah, it's fucking mad. It's mad. Like, when I think about it then, like, we were heavy, and this was what I was thinking about, like, you're in your 40s, you weigh fucking 25 stone. When I was in my teens, I was heavy. I was so conscious about how we looked, because the rest of me mates and the rest of the lads we would have hung around with were all fitness and they were all fucking skinny pricks, and me and you were the fucking heaviest by far out of all of them, and that used to cause mayhem in my head. And then I got into my 20s and something similar. You'd be hanging around with lads, and now look, I met Carol when I was 19 and we've been with her ever since. Thanks be to Jesus, she's blind, because she would have fucking ditched me years ago. But even during my 20s, she'll tell you, like, I think I was 3 years with her before I got comfortable walking around with my top off. I just couldn't. Right,
do you know what I mean? Yeah. But now, it's not even about, it is to a point about my appearance, but now, in my 40s, it's more about me fucking health, me knees. I have the knees of a bleeding 80-year-old.
I'm the same, but
it's mental, me back. I started doing the training. I spent the first 3 weeks on the deck for a half an hour, because my back would lock up. And I had to go to physio and he sorted me out, and it's brilliant. the gout, fucking blood pressure,
Gout, yeah.
night sweats,
Yeah.
night sweats. What else was it? Like just feeling shy.
Yeah.
And that's what's kind of motivating me more. It's like, it's not about how other people see me. It's about how I feel myself and how to buy fucking clothes in a normal shop.
Yeah. The gout's a bad thing though, and gout, when you get it, you'd never want to eat again. It's like, oh, please God, get rid of this pain, and I'll eat leaves for the rest of my life, please.
Yeah, until it's gone, and
then when it's gone, it's like, yeah, Domino's, yeah, you know that you have them 2 big pizzas. Yeah, well, you fuck on an extra load of cheese on top of that. And then, like, you're popping the pills before the pizza comes, right? That might start to get about. Then you mill the pizza, you know, and then you wake up in the morning and you have to walk around your knees because the tablets didn't help.
Oh my God. I went into my doctor's because I was crippled with gout. He put me on these really strong anti-inflammatories and another double dose tablet for gout, right? And I asked my dad has it as well. I don't know if it is it hereditary or something, but anyway, I was on double the dose that he was on.
Yeah.
Mental. And half his age. Mental.
The uric acid. Yeah.
Oh my God, you'd be crippled. So yeah, so again, we were all over the bleeding place. We had a bit of a plan, a bit to keep it flowing, but I think this is gonna be how it goes.
Yeah.
Which is grand.
It is. It can't be rehearsed.
No, jeez, nothing rehearsed, but just if we're two wafflers. So
yeah,
if we left our own the voices,
we always go out on a tangent to tell us.
So for anyone listening, we probably have lost some people along the way. Sorry about that. But going forward, I suppose, again, the reason we did it, we've covered that. We're going to delve into other episodes where, you know, actually what it was like and what we've been through, and we're going to go through diets. And I think between us, we've been on leading loads of fucking Ozempic and Reductil and all these things. We've been on the juice, and we're going to cover that. We're going to do a bit of mental health. We definitely want to do a thing about how hard it is to get fucking clothes.
Wow.
Like that's for me is when I'm winning. When I can walk into a normal fucking shop and buy something off a rail.
Yeah.
That for me is where, and even if I'm sitting at 20 stone, I don't care.
Yeah.
That for me is kind of my goal. I don't even care about the number. It's like what you said earlier.
You should always let the mirror be the scales or how you're feeling. But the 4X you lose out your t-shirt, that's for me, that's like some 5X, 4X, 3.
6X.
Jesus. Yeah, it's 6 down to 4, like, you know.
Yeah.
I think I only ever got the 2, but even then, like at that stage, my waist was like, and I know it's still big, 40-inch waist, right, from bleeding 54. So like a
50 fucking 4. Yeah, but
I do have big legs, so we find it hard to get them even on my legs, you know.
Yeah, I'm the same. Even when I'm at the suit jacket I got for the wedding was like a 60. And I had to get the arms taken up because it looked like I was putting on my granddad's clothes. Yeah. Because the gut.
You know,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's all...
It never fits your right.
Never fits your right.
Never does.
You know.
Like even my Snickers be like probably 52-inch waist, right? And I'm struggling now.
Do you wear them up over your belly button?
No, I look like
but then you're not 52
hard-boiled egg. No, it would be more. Because I wear them underneath the canopy. You know what I mean? There's
no way that's 52.
Honestly, but and I have a little arse. I'm not like I actually have a little arse, like, you know, it's lovely, but it's tiny. And it's just because I don't know the waist, my legs come into play as well, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but so that's the way in for
40 inch, right? If I got to 38, like it'd never be 30, like it was never 38 until like maybe when I was 14.
I was 38 about 10 years ago. And I remember going into Arnott's and buying a pair of G-Star jeans.
Yeah, deadly.
And I think they fit me for about 2 weeks. And we still have them fucking jeans. And they're coming out.
Deadly, isn't
they're
it?
Coming out. And that's another win for me, getting into these jeans. Carol, as I'm talking to her about today, she thinks I lost my temper one day and I fucked them trying to put them on, taking it.
And did she take them out a bit?
No, they could be gone.
Already.
But in my head, I have clothes where when I lost the weight that time, I bought. And I'm telling you, we've got jackets.
Tags.
We've got jackets that are here at the minute, and they were swimming on me. Yeah. And in my head, I'm thinking, how is that even fucking possible?
Yeah.
How is that possible?
It's crazy.
But what a feeling. What a feeling when you get something and it's like, or you know something's tight and it starts to fit you. Oh, that's magic.
Or you can put your socks on without sweating.
I'm just over the hump of that now.
Like, we have one of them bleeding.
Do I?
I don't, like, you know, I can find it, yeah, but now I'm telling everyone that's listening, two people. I have one of them yolks, right? You put your sock on, it's like it's like putting a Johnny on the flu. And then you put your foot in it and you pull the strings up.
Is that how you put your sock
on? That's how I put my sock on.
Fucking stars with you,
yeah. I don't mess with you.
Where did you fucking
I'll bring it in next week, I'll show you.
Where did you buy that?
One of them bleeding aid shops in town. You know, the granny and granddad's.
You make me feel so good, I never had to do that. Not saying it was any better than the man.
Yeah.
Like it is, my heart rate be up around 160. I swear that to run the blade marathon. That'd be just putting on my clothes. Trying to fasten the button on my trousers, had to lie in the bed, hold me breath, suck in. But when I get up, I'm fucking blue in the face. Sweat piss out me.
Like, these are the things I'm gonna look back on and say, I'm actually proud of myself, I don't have to do that. My mum will. Like, say my job, like, I really need to lose weight. My boss was asking me the other day, how's things? I was telling him a few things, had to tick the boxes on, and I said, I'm fucking you, you can see it, we'll be doing it. Like, that's it.
You can see it.
And he's like, he's sort of half laugh because he doesn't know. I said, the thing is, Jimmy, no one ever takes a fat person serious. And he goes, do you think that? And I says, all my life we've been, no one ever takes a fat. And it was actually the brother said to me. Chris said to me, no one. And then I was like, no.
It's nearly seen as a sign of weakness or something. Because it's the one thing when people look at you like, why are you that size?
Yeah.
And I hate this fucking mentality of just eat less.
Yeah, it's not. See, it's not. Because my stomach never, even when it's not full, like I'm probably hungry once a day, but I eat 10 times a day. Because it's me mind going, I get something there, like it pacifies you.
Yeah.
It's like if you were addicted to anything.
Yeah.
But food, I always thought food, I don't know if you ever thought, food is a worst addiction because you need it to, well no, what you're saying, you need food to live.
Yeah.
If you were an alcoholic.
And it's socially acceptable to be in a restaurant ordering 2 dinners, no one's gonna blink.
Yeah.
So you're in the company of people you know and love.
Okay.
And you're well in food into you. And definitely from that point of view, whereas if you were, God forbid, on a drug or something,
with no disrespect, no disrespect to anyone that had them struggles.
Or has them now.
They would think, no, my struggle was worse than yours. Well, if you are drinking and now you're off the drink, fair play, yes. Like, you don't look at food the way I do, you know.
But it's the same way we would look at drink the way they do. But probably the thing that makes you do something, whether it's drink or drugs or eating, they're very similar. They have to be.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we go to food, because I've never been one for drugs. Food has always been my thing.
Yeah, same with me.
For that, like I never thought I had to reach for drugs. I've reached for fucking food.
Yeah.
You know.
And the other thing is, if you are doing, you know, addicted to drugs or drink, like you wouldn't be able to walk, say, on the greatest extent of things you would, but you can walk when you're addicted to food because all you're waiting for 10 o'clock. Yeah, here we go. Subway, the deal on. Yeah, just give me 2 of them.
Yeah.
You know, and then you're back to walking.
It's mental.
Until you get to the stage where you can't walk, and I can't get out of bed because I'm fucking huge now.
But huge is one thing, but then it's the joints and the gout and the fucking anxiety and the tics.
Yeah.
Is that a fat thing?
No, I think it's a form of Tourette's. But it's not mad the way me and you have that, and we only suss that like the blink.
I do. People who know me and are in my company will probably know I hums.
Yeah, I do it.
And often they turn around and say, "What are you saying?" Fucking saying nothing.
Nothing, yeah. Chinny used to say that. He used to go, when I was slagging him, he'd go, because I do that as well. And people would say, are you coughing there or something? Yeah.
Are you alright?
Coughing.
Are you alright? Yeah.
And it's a form of Tourette's that we have. Now, I'd love, if I had one sickness, I'd love to have the full on Tourette's. I'd love it. Like, I want to have a friend.
Tell people why you'd love it.
On Tourette's.
We was like...
So we can curse them.
Cunt!
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry about the language
So
as well there.
you can curse like and just get away with it. You know? You can actually say what you want. I'd say you get the head boxed off you for people that don't know. Because you'll be saying some mad stuff.
Oh, mad shit. Yeah. Anyways, don't know how we got to Tourette's, but so during the podcast we have a couple of ideas for future episodes. One will be to review like diets and drugs, not drugs but fucking Ozempic and them type of things. We want to do a bit on clothes and this is not just for a men's point of view, it could be for women as well.
100%.
We definitely want to, like, if there's people out there listening that have maybe been through a journey and lost weight, or are going through a journey, and it doesn't need to be weight, it could be a fear that they have, it could be an addiction to drugs or drink. We'd love to hear from people. Get them on. We'll bring you on, because I think as a collective it helps you. It helps to take maybe the stigma off it. It helps for you to understand yourself. It helps for you to for other people around you to understand, because as we're sitting here, there's people probably hearing things, and at the minute they'll be laughing, but we will get more serious into things, and they won't understand. Like, holy shit, I didn't realise that.
Yeah, they might feel alone about something as well.
100%.
It helps to break that part. Oh, geez, I thought it was the only one. Now you're not.
Yeah, 100%. So we're going to touch on things like that. So
whether it's weight or whatever, it's the psychological thing of what anyone's dealing with. We love to just bleeding open up about things. You know, it's important now, because well, for men, they say the statistics for men is through the roof now. It sounds like it's
frightening.
Crazy.
It's frightening, and you know.
And not that women don't. The women do battle with it as well. I'm not taking anything away. Just like it's for women as well. For anyone who needs to just open up and have a talk. And
I think we definitely want to hear from people. So we put probably something out on the page as well. There's people listening to this and they made it this far in the podcast. Yeah. If you know someone or you are the person that we'd love to hear from you. And just share them stories. I think it'll help people, and that's essentially, we're here to help ourselves, and if we can help people along the way, then fucking brilliant. That's what we want to do. And we
never mention anyone that wants to stay anonymous, but we might do a Q&A then, we might do a live thing later on where people could send in questions, and anonymity,
and then as well, we'll review things along the way, whether it's clothes or a fucking protein.
Well, we will do the clothes. Yeah, we will do the clothes. Do you know why? Because the Bill Hill man thing, remember? We don't say. No, but that's.
He reckons we're going to get sponsored by Bill Hill man.
No, but he's saying that.
If I listen to Bill Hill man, well, 6XL.
Sort that t-shirts out, will you?
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm excited about the prospects of this. It's like this is our first episode. We'll see how it comes across. I hope it comes across well. I hope people get what we're trying to do. When I spoke to people over the last few weeks, like, there's loads of bleeding podcasts out there. We're not. It's not about that there's loads. We just have a different message that maybe other podcasts don't have. Like, I like listening to other podcasts, like the Talking Bollocks is a good one. You know, they have great guests on. You have the two Norries. Two lads about addictions, but I always felt there's nothing that really 40-year-old going through the mill, you know, and whether it be with weight or mental health or whatever, maybe there is, we just don't know about them. But even that, this is more for us. It's more for us. What we have to do, because this is our first one, was put together a big shout out to snapshot.ie. You'll see them on Instagram. I shall turn to the camera. And what else?
Anyone who's listened so far, fair play, but it is going to be a bit of crack, but a lot more serious as well. Like, we're not just having a laugh at the position we're in or the position you might be in. Feel free to talk, send us messages.
Yeah, 100%. Send us messages. I'd love to hear from people.
And we will be on Spotify and stuff like that.
That's what I was going to say. This is our first one, only for Jay from Snapshot. He put this together for us, and he has loads of recording gears helping us out, and you know, we're going to build on this as we go. And there's a lot to it to upload a podcast. I just thought it was like upload to YouTube. There's not loads of stuff to do. So today is Saturday. We hope you're listening to this, and it's the latest midweek next week. So it could be Wednesday today.
Could be. I hope it's not lying.
Says it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, bud.
Anyways, alright, bud.
Alright, bud.
Oh, actually, the last thing. How do we get to the name? Someone asked me that. How would you get the name? The name is deadly.
Always answer the phone.
Yes, wouldn't tell. Don't. I know.
Oh, sorry, yeah. So, alright, but that's how I answer the phone to Stu. Alright, but that's it. That's the first thing I say.
And with a couple of names that we were thinking about, shout names, but we came back to alright, bud, and Pete caught you the good shout. Why? It's because it's not only saying alright, bud, but it's like you will be alright.
You will be alright.
Or are you alright?
It is
bud?
alright.
It is alright, bud. Yeah. So we think there's a good message in that.
Yeah.
There's a good message in that, and that's what we want to anchor to. We want
it
to
is
anchor
or
to.
it will be alright. Yeah.
Whatever you're going through,
whether
it's weight, addiction, fucking depression, any mental health, whatever.
It will be alright.
And we're another avenue to hopefully fucking get a good
event.
Oh, we'll definitely be event.
Conduit. Yeah, was a conduit.
Any shout outs for anyone? Do you have any more?
I think that's it.
You know, shout out Annie for putting up with you.
Nah.
Big shout out to me beautiful wife Carol. I love you with all my heart. You have a great level of support. I have to say, without you kind of, I'm going to say, bullying me into joining one-to-one fitness, another shout out. God knows where I'd be, honestly, because I'd be on my way to 30 stone, 100%.
Yeah.
So, stay tuned. We hope you tune in to the next one, and we'll talk to you soon.
Cheers. Take care.
Alright, bud.